There is no doubt that Fortnite is evolving, but many of the changes, really going all the way back to Season 4, have led a lot of the community upset about the current state of Fortnite.
There we go. See?
Whether you are a skilled player or a casual player, it's very likely that Epic Games has done something that you are unhappy about. What once defined a great player in the first few seasons is now completely different than how you would define a great player in today's Fortnite. I'm RoboHobo from RoboHobo Productions, and in today's video, I'm going to be covering all of my thoughts on the current state of Fortnite and the direction that it seems to be taking. Is it really dying, or has the recent patches saved it, or at least given us hope that it will stay the amazing game that we all once loved? In the background of the video, there will be a variety of highlights that I have collected myself. If you are new to the channel and enjoyed today's video, I would appreciate it if you did subscribe, and if you never want to miss a video, turn on notifications by hitting the bell.
Oh, he impulsed me up there.
Now, Fortnite has released a couple amazing patches this week, and we are going to get into what that means for us players here in a moment. But before we do, let's talk about how we got where we are today. Really, every video game is a business, and because of this, sometimes they have to make changes that negatively affect gameplay in order to make the game more playable for new players. I understand this pretty well and, to some extent, agree. Although sometimes super popular games will hit this wall where all of their new players are just not any good. So game makers oftentimes raise the skill floor and lower the skill ceiling in order to help those players do better and enjoy the game more. This I disagree with, and personally it's the reason that I can no longer play certain games such as Call of Duty. This can effectively feel like an attack to the existing player base that has spent a lot of time practicing to get better at a game using the mechanics that the game provided. This is exactly Fortnite's mistake. Their goal of making the game easier for new players has done a number of things to the gameplay that are just horrible. Building is what sets this game apart, so to me, the nerfs on building and mats made no sense. The constant rebalancing of the guns can be really frustrating, and them nerfing the more skill-based shotguns so many times have left them in a really weird state. The once mighty pump shotgun is not really so mighty anymore. But what really sucks about the state of the guns is the direction of PvP combat going towards the spray and pray and explosives. Llamas were nerfed and editing on building is slightly less effective. There are more bugs than ever before, and there are so many lag and frame rate issues that just keep getting worse every patch. But does all of this mean that Fortnite is dead, or it will die in the near future? Well, not exactly. Alright, so let's talk for a second about everyone's favorite thing. Dying by someone puking hundreds of bullets at you and killing you before you can build or really do anything to counter it. Also known as spam meta or the spray and pray meta, this new way of playing Fortnite has really torn apart a lot of the community. However, with the most recent patch, this aspect of Fortnite is seemingly saved. In fact, some of you may not have even heard, but building has gotten this much needed buff. More specifically, the starting HP of wood, brick, and metal. With the recent changes, each material type is now better than the one before, metal being the strongest and best for nearly all uses, even in PvP combat. To me, this makes a lot of sense for a lot of reasons. Being how easy wood is to get, followed by how hard it is to get brick and then harder to get metal, it makes a lot of sense for it to be balanced that metal is the strongest. In addition to this, in recent patches they actually nerfed all of the SMGs, including the drum gun and the new P90. This was a fantastic step in the right direction and largely cuts down on the bullet spam. C4s were also nerfed, and they also made vending machines more viable by lowering how much they cost. Great news was released for top-level competitive play on console. Keyboard and mouse users will soon be placed in their own lobbies against other keyboard and mouse users, which is actually a really big deal because if Fortnite wants to be competitive on console, they cannot allow the biggest advantage that computer users have, and have that used against people using standard PS4 or Xbox controllers. Epic has also announced the addition of more servers in the near future to help reduce a lot of the lag and frame rate issues, which is another great step. So does all of this mean that Fortnite is saved? Yeah, not really. Although it's a great step in the right direction, there are still a lot of changes that could be made to make the overall gameplay feel a lot better. I could go on here for a very long time, but here are just a few things that I think that they need to work on more than the rest. I feel that mats still take way too much time to farm, and way too much of this game is spent farming. I know that they don't want building to completely outplay everyone in all scenarios, but I feel like the additions of the Tommy gun, the P90, the C4 and Splodes buff all really help balance it out, as well as any new weapons that they could add to help balance it out as well. Game modes like Playground help teach those new players the basics of building, which in turn makes building useful for all players. I also would like to see the guns be balanced so that the skill-based weapons are the better ones. I want to be rewarded for my accuracy and fast reflexes, so moving in that direction instead of away from it would be really great. I want to thank everyone for making it to the end of the video. If you want to help me out or support the channel, please leave a like and comment down below. I know a lot of today's video is based on my own personal opinions, and not everyone will share the same opinions that I do, so if there's anything that you would like to add, feel free to comment down below. Thank everyone so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video.